Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
Lakers very confident Luka Doncic will sign extension in August. When the Los Angeles Lakers pulled off the blockbuster trade to land Luka Doncic earlier this year, it was clear they weren't just acquiring another star, they were betting on the future face of the franchise. Now, with Doncic eligible to sign a contract extension on August 2nd, all eyes are on what comes next. Technically, Luka could opt out of his deal next summer and become an unrestricted free agent. But according to The Athletic's Dan Woik, the Lakers aren't losing any sleep over that possibility. Appearing on The Herd with Colin Cowherd, Woik made it clear, the organization is feeling optimistic. It's going to be early August. He becomes eligible for the extension on August 2nd. And I think they're very confident, Colin, Woik said. They were in touch with him earlier this summer about the direction of the organization. When they made the move to get him, they were confident they could lock him up long-term. And so far, there's been zero indication that Doncic is anything but happy in Los Angeles. Look, there are things about LA no one likes, traffic, cost of living, but here's what we do know about Luka. He lives for the big stage, and there's no bigger spotlight than playing at Crypto.com Arena, with celebrities courtside every night. At the same time, he's not someone who craves the spotlight off the court. Ironically, LA can be perfect for that. You can be a superstar here and still live your life with some privacy, because there's always someone more famous walking next to you. A matter of when, not if. Internally, the Lakers believe it's not a question of if Luka will sign, it's simply a matter of when and for how long. A 4-year deal would bring him maximum earnings immediately, while a shorter 3-year deal would line him up for a potential supermax contract in 2028, once he hits the 10-year service mark in the NBA. Either way, the Lakers are prepared to give him what he wants. Sources around the team say Doncic has been fully bought in since day one, both on and off the court. He's been working tirelessly this offseason, building chemistry with teammates and prepping for what the Lakers hope will be a deep playoff run in 2026. It's clear the franchise sees him as their next great leader, the player to carry the torch after LeBron James eventually steps away. Luka and LeBron, a short-term duo, but a lasting impact. Of course, the question hanging in the background is what happens with LeBron James, who's entering his 23rd season and the final year of his current contract. While his future remains uncertain, there's no doubt that Doncic has thoroughly enjoyed sharing the court with the NBA icon. Luka has spoken privately and publicly about his admiration for LeBron's game, leadership, and preparation. Their chemistry was one of the league's biggest stories last season, and sources close to Doncic say he's relishing the opportunity to learn from one of the greatest to ever play, even if only for a limited time. The Lakers are aware that LeBron's eventual departure will usher in a new era. But with Luka already in place, they believe the future is not just in good hands, it's in great hands. Bottom line. The Lakers' gamble to trade for Luka Doncic is already paying off. He's embraced the city, the spotlight, and the responsibility. And with his extension window opening in just a few weeks, the organization is quietly confident that a deal will get done, one that could define the next decade of basketball in Los Angeles. Whether he signs for 3 years or 4, one thing is clear, Luka is all in on LA, and the Lakers are all in on Luka. Around the league, the NBA is watching closely. Luka Doncic's extension with the Lakers isn't just big news in Los Angeles, it's being closely watched across the NBA. Rival executives know that if the Lakers are able to lock him in long-term this summer, it could reshape the league's landscape for years to come. Several front offices had quietly hoped Luka might test the waters of free agency in 2025. A few had already begun clearing cap space with an eye on the rare opportunity to pursue a generational talent in his prime. But now, with growing confidence that an extension is on the horizon, those hopes are beginning to fade. One Eastern Conference GM put it bluntly in an interview with The Ringer. If the Lakers secure Luka for the long haul, you can basically close the door on a superstar free agent class next summer. He was the crown jewel. Everyone else is plan B. That ripple effect is real. Teams that were counting on big names in 2025 may now pivot to younger, developmental pieces or more conservative roster strategies, all because Los Angeles seems poised to lock in their next superstar centerpiece. Lakers front office, building around Luka now. Behind the scenes, Lakers GM Rob Pelinka and the front office aren't just focused on the extension. They're actively reshaping the roster to fit Luka's strengths. Over the offseason, LA has prioritized shooting, spacing, and high IQ defenders who can play off Doncic's playmaking brilliance. Sources indicate the Lakers are exploring trades for stretch bigs and veteran wings who can help keep the floor open for Luka's pick-and-roll game. They're also monitoring the availability of veteran spot-up shooters in free agency, knowing that surrounding Luka with efficient catch-and-shoot options could be the key to maximizing his offensive genius. And it's not just about on-court fit. The Lakers are also investing in player wellness and personal development, knowing Luka has long valued trust, stability, and strong relationships with team leadership. The bigger picture, a new era in LA. Should the extension be finalized in early August, as many expect, the Lakers will effectively begin a new chapter, the Luka Doncic era. While LeBron James remains an icon in purple and gold, the torch is clearly being passed. For Lakers fans, the transition is emotional but also exciting. They're not saying goodbye to greatness, they're welcoming a new kind. Jersey sales for Luka have already skyrocketed since his arrival, with Crypto.com Arena routinely packed with fans in No. 77. Social media buzz has been electric, and analysts have started comparing Doncic's trajectory in LA to the early days of Kobe Bryant, another international talent who embraced the spotlight and pressure of playing for basketball's most storied franchise. The difference? Luka's already a global superstar. What remains to be seen is how far he can take the Lakers, and how soon. Final word. If the Lakers succeed in finalizing this extension in August, they won't just have secured a star, they'll have secured their future. Luka Doncic, still just 26, will become the centerpiece of a team poised to contend well beyond the LeBron era. And for Lakers fans, that's not just good news, it's a dream scenario coming to life. Jake LaRavia believes J.J. Redick can unlock his full potential as a shooter. The Los Angeles Lakers may have lost Dorian Finney-Smith in free agency, but they made a smart move by using their non-taxpayer mid-level exception to bring in both Jake LaRavia and DeAndre Ayton. While most of the headlines have focused on Ayton and how he fills a critical need in the Lakers' frontcourt, LaRavia is a player who deserves just as much attention. During the 2024-25 season, LaRavia split time between the Memphis Grizzlies and Sacramento Kings, showing enough promise to earn a 2-year contract with Los Angeles. At just 23 years old, LaRavia is still developing and has plenty of room to grow. One of the skills that stands out early on is his three-point shooting. Though he didn't attempt many shots from beyond the arc last season, he knocked down over 40% of his limited attempts, a stat that offers real hope that he can develop into a reliable shooter. That growth, LaRavia believes, will come under the guidance of Lakers assistant coach J.J. Redick, a former sharpshooter who has a deep understanding of what it takes to excel as a long-range threat in today's NBA. When LaRavia first got a call from Redick during free agency, the moment felt surreal. When he called me for the first time, I told him, "Man, I used to watch you play," LaRavia told LakersNation. It's crazy how things come full circle. You grow up watching these players, and then sometimes you get to play alongside them or even defend against them. And now here I am, watching you again, but this time you're my coach. He went on to explain how Redick's unique shooting style, characterized by constant movement and precision without the ball, is exactly the kind of model he hopes to emulate. Back then, he was a mover, always on the move, a true catch-and-shoot specialist. That's rare nowadays. I haven't fully developed into that type of shooter yet, especially with a lower volume of attempts, but I believe he can maximize my game. He can help me increase my shot attempts per game while keeping that 40% shooting accuracy from deep. Ultimately, I want to become an elite, high-volume three-point shooter. Redick's experience and reputation as one of the league's best shooters turned coaches make him an invaluable resource for LaRavia's development. While LaRavia is aware that his role with the Lakers will require versatility, his ability to stretch the floor with deep shooting will be key to carving out a consistent role in the rotation. Rob Pelinka praises LaRavia's high basketball IQ and two-way play. Lakers president of basketball operations and general manager Rob Pelinka deserves credit for scooping up Jake LaRavia in free agency. Pelinka has described him as a high IQ two-way player, someone who fits perfectly into the Lakers system on both ends of the floor. With Pelinka's vision and Redick's mentorship, LaRavia's future in Los Angeles looks bright. For a young player hungry to grow, this feels like the perfect environment to thrive. The bigger picture, What LaRavia's development means for the Lakers. Jake LaRavia's potential breakout as a sharpshooter is more than just a nice storyline. It could have significant implications for the Lakers' overall strategy and success moving forward. The team is clearly looking to build a versatile, multi-dimensional roster, and having a young player who can both defend and stretch the floor is invaluable in today's NBA. With veteran stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis nearing the later stages of their careers, the Lakers need rising talents like LaRavia to step up and fill critical roles. His growth could help the team maintain competitive balance and provide fresh energy during the inevitable transitional years. A shift toward youth and versatility. This signing aligns perfectly with the Lakers' broader front office philosophy under Rob Pelinka, a focus on high IQ players who can contribute on both ends of the floor and adapt to multiple positions. LaRavia embodies this mold, smart, coachable, and willing to embrace a role that might not always grab headlines but is essential for winning. Pelinka's confidence in LaRavia signals a deliberate shift toward cultivating young talent internally while complementing them with key veterans like DeAndre Ayton. This approach might not yield instant championships, but it builds a foundation for sustained success. The fans and media are taking notice. Lakers fans have already started buzzing about LaRavia's potential after the signing. Social media channels and fan forums are lighting up with optimistic discussions about how his three-point shooting could open up the offense and create more space for stars like LeBron and Anthony Davis. Media analysts are also highlighting LaRavia as a sleeper pick who could surprise many in the upcoming season. His combination of size, shooting ability, and basketball IQ makes him a tantalizing prospect who might turn into one of the key pieces in the Lakers' rotation. The challenges ahead. Of course, the journey won't be without its hurdles. LaRavia will need to prove he can sustain his shooting accuracy over a larger volume of attempts and maintain his defensive intensity against some of the league's top wings. Additionally, adjusting to a team with championship aspirations brings added pressure. Expectations in Los Angeles are high, and every player is under the microscope. But if anyone has the right mindset, it's LaRavia, humble, eager to learn, and armed with the guidance of one of the best shooting minds in J.J. Redick. Final thought, a bright future beckons. As the Lakers enter a pivotal offseason and prepare for the 2025-26 campaign, Jake LaRavia's development could become a key storyline that helps define their success. With strong leadership from Rob Pelinka and coaching from J.J. Redick, LaRavia has all the ingredients to flourish and become an essential contributor on a team chasing another title. For Lakers fans craving new heroes and fresh energy, LaRavia might just be the perfect surprise waiting to unfold. Lakers vs. Warriors. Which team is better positioned for the upcoming NBA season? For the better part of the last decade, LeBron James and Stephen Curry have defined an era of basketball greatness. With 4 championships each, multiple MVPs, and unforgettable final showdowns, their legacies are forever linked. Now, as both stars enter the twilight of their careers, LeBron turning 40 and Curry at 36, the league watches closely to see who has one last title run left in them. Despite their age, both legends proved last season that they're still elite. Each earned a spot on the All-NBA second team in 2025, showing they can still carry a franchise, just in slightly different ways than before. Deadline moves that changed everything. Interestingly, both teams made bold moves just before the trade deadline. The Lakers shocked the league by acquiring Luka Doncic, a franchise-altering move that helped them surge to the 3rd seed in the West. Meanwhile, Golden State quietly pulled off a stunner of their own, landing Jimmy Butler in a deal that helped them secure a direct playoff berth, something few expected halfway through the season. Still, both teams ran into the same brick wall, the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers were exposed by their lack of a true center, while the Warriors saw their postseason hopes unravel with a muscle injury to Curry, who played in just one of the 5 games in that series. A tale of 2 off-seasons. Now, fast forward to this summer, and things couldn't be more different for the 2 franchises. The Warriors are currently the only team in the entire NBA that hasn't made a single roster addition or re-signed any players from last season. The only notable change? The departure of Kevin Looney, who signed with the Pelicans. Golden State's top target to fill the gap is veteran big man Al Horford, but his future with Boston remains uncertain. On the other hand, the Lakers made a headline-grabbing move by signing DeAndre Ayton to fill the gaping hole at center. It's a critical addition. However, they also suffered a tough loss with Dorian Finney-Smith, a key defensive presence, leaving for Kevin Durant's Rockets. While the starting 5 remained strong, Finney-Smith's exit leaves a noticeable hole on the defensive end and raises questions about depth. The verdict so far. At this stage, the Lakers have made at least one key upgrade, while the Warriors have arguably taken a step backward. Golden State's core remains largely intact, but there's a growing concern that they haven't done enough to surround Curry with the support he needs, especially given the increasingly competitive Western Conference. The Lakers, despite losing a key piece, addressed a critical weakness and are poised to get stronger if their young role players step up under J.J. Redick's leadership. Player versus player breakdown. Let's break down the projected starting fives to get a clearer picture of how both teams stack up. Point guard, Luka Doncic versus Stephen Curry. Edge, Stephen Curry. Luka might be the future of the league, and his ceiling is sky high. But right now, Curry remains the more dependable option, a proven closer, still among the most dangerous players alive. Shooting guard, Austin Reeves versus Buddy Hield. Edge, Austin Reeves. Reeves has emerged as a high IQ scorer and a trusted option in big moments. Under J.J. Redick, his offensive role is expanding rapidly, and he continues to improve on both ends. Small forward, LeBron James versus Jimmy Butler. Edge, LeBron James. No disrespect to Butler, who's one of the league's most clutch performers, but LeBron remains in a class of his own. Even at 40, his presence changes everything on the court. Power forward, Rui Hachimura versus Draymond Green. Edge, Draymond Green. This one goes to the Warriors. Draymond's offense may not stand out, but his leadership, defensive IQ, and playmaking still make him a vital part of Golden State's identity. Center, DeAndre Ayton versus Tracy Jackson-Davis. Edge, DeAndre Ayton. Ayton hasn't hit superstar status, but he's clearly a more polished and proven big man than Jackson-Davis, who's promising but still developing. Ayton gives the Lakers a much-needed interior anchor. Final take, who has the edge? As of now, the Lakers appear slightly better positioned heading into the new season. Their roster is younger, more balanced, and they address their most glaring weakness with the addition of Ayton. Plus, with Doncic joining forces with LeBron, they have one of the most exciting duos in basketball. The Warriors, on the other hand, still have championship DNA, but time is running out. Unless they make a significant move before the season tips off, they may be asking too much of Curry, Butler, and Green to carry the weight once again. October is still months away, but the early signs suggest that Los Angeles might be ready to leap ahead, while Golden State risks standing still. The trade radar, what's next for both teams? With the Lakers gaining momentum and the Warriors holding steady, all eyes are on what each front office will do before the season tips. Sources say the Lakers are quietly exploring trades to shore up shooting and wing defense. They know supporting Luka and LeBron is essential. Meanwhile, Golden State is reportedly monitoring Al Horford's free agency and could be weighing a late addition to bolster their bench. One insider told The Athletic, "They've got the talent, but not enough depth. If Horford opts out of Boston, expect the Warriors to pounce with urgency." Fans react, social media buzz. On Lakers forums and Reddit, fans are buzzing. The Ayton move was huge, but losing Finney-Smith hurts our D. Need one more wing to feel championship ready. In contrast, the Warriors subreddit is quieter, reflective of a fan base that's banking on trust. We know the core can still win. Let's trust Kerr and see if they make a late splash before camps. Whether that silence is confidence or complacency is unclear, but it shows early faith in what they've built. Betting odds and MVP projections. In Vegas, sportsbooks have already adjusted their odds. The Lakers jumped into the top 5 favorites, largely based on the Doncic-Ayton-LeBron trio. Meanwhile, Golden State's odds dipped slightly, from 12-1 to 18-1, as analysts wonder if the team can stay relevant without shoring up depth. In MVP chatter, Doncic's name is already rising, especially if paired with postseason success. Curry still makes the conversation, but survey odds show a growing edge for Luka. Early power rankings. Early power rankings from ESPN and The Ringer have shifted. Lakers, now projected as the second-best team in the West. Warriors, sliding to 5th or 6th, still playoff contenders, but with clear question marks. These rankings underscore how much perception matters, and how OKC, Phoenix, and Minnesota are now edging past Golden State in early forecasts. Closing the chapter. As training camps loom, here's what to watch. Will the Lakers pull off another move, maybe another wing defender or shooter, to fully support their superstar trio? Will the Warriors step up late and sign someone like Horford, or risk entering camp with the same roster? And ultimately, will LeBron age like fine wine, or will Curry bounce back healthy and decisive? One thing is clear, the Lakers are building momentum, leaning into a new era with Luka, LeBron, and Ayton. The Warriors, on the other hand, are at a crossroads, either reinforce and rise again, or stall and watch history move on. No clear answers. What's really going on with LeBron James and the Lakers? With just over 3 months left until the start of the 2025-26 NBA season, LeBron James' future with the Lakers feels more uncertain than ever. After exercising his player option to stay for another year, the No. 23's name has become entangled in rumors and speculation that put his time in Los Angeles in question. In recent weeks, LeBron's potential trade has been a hot topic. Reports out of the U.S. suggest at least 4 teams, the Warriors, Sixers, Mavericks, and Cavaliers, have reached out to his agent, Rich Paul, expressing interest in acquiring the superstar as soon as next season. Approaching his 41st birthday, LeBron is on the verge of making history as the first NBA player to compete in 23 seasons. Since he hasn't made any public statement about retiring, it's widely expected he'll play at least through age 42. But if a trade happens, it would mark the first time in his illustrious career that he's moved teams. Why could LeBron ask for a trade? The cloud of uncertainty began shortly after LeBron officially renewed his contract when Rich Paul publicly acknowledged the delicate balance at play. While they respect the Lakers' plan to build around Luka Doncic as the franchise's future centerpiece, LeBron's priority remains competing for championships now. This acknowledgement opened the door to plenty of questions. Sports journalist John Gambadoro fueled rumors by claiming LeBron and Austin Reeves aren't comfortable playing alongside Luka. Reeves' agent quickly shot down those reports, emphasizing Austin's respect for Luka and his excitement to continue playing with him. Meanwhile, LeBron has stayed silent on the matter. Another curious moment came when the Lakers announced the signing of DeAndre Ayton, a player they had been targeting for some time. Despite being active on social media, LeBron never publicly welcomed Ayton or commented on the move, sparking even more speculation. What's the real relationship between LeBron and the Lakers? Despite all the chatter and rumors, LeBron was recently spotted in Las Vegas, closely watching the Lakers-Clippers Summer League game. His reason? Supporting his son, Bronny James, who is making his second appearance in the tournament. Bronny's presence on the Lakers roster is considered a huge factor in LeBron's decision to stay. After finally fulfilling his dream of having his son on the team during Bronny's rookie season, the prospect of sharing even more court time together as Bronny's game develops is something LeBron clearly values. During the event, LeBron was seen chatting and laughing casually with general manager Rob Pelinka, a rare glimpse into a seemingly strong relationship behind the scenes. While the future remains unclear, moments like these suggest that the bond between LeBron and the Lakers is far from broken. The bottom line. The Lakers face a complex crossroads, balancing their young star Luka Doncic's rise, LeBron's veteran leadership and legacy, and the need to build a championship contender now. LeBron's silence and the surrounding rumors add fuel to the fire, but his connection to the team and his son's presence suggest this story is far from over. As the off-season progresses, every move and non-move will be closely watched. Whether LeBron stays or leaves could redefine the Lakers' direction for years to come. For now, fans can only wait and watch as this saga unfolds. LeBron James and the Lakers, a quiet rift or just off-season noise? With just a few months remaining until the 2025-26 NBA season tips off, the relationship between LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers is facing more questions than ever. While LeBron opted into the final year of his contract, committing to the Lakers through next season, recent developments have cast some doubt on how solid that commitment truly is. His name has been increasingly linked to potential trade scenarios. According to league insiders, at least 4 teams, including the Warriors, 76ers, Mavericks, and Cavaliers, have shown interest in acquiring him. So far, no formal discussions have taken place, but the possibility of a move is no longer off the table. At 41, LeBron is entering his 23rd season, something no player in NBA history has done before. While he hasn't given any indication that retirement is imminent, the thought of a late career trade, which would be a first for him, now lingers in the background. What's causing the uncertainty? The tension began quietly, right after LeBron exercised his player option. His agent, Rich Paul, made a public statement acknowledging that while the Lakers are clearly focused on building a future around Luka Doncic, LeBron's focus remains on winning right now. That contrast in priorities sparked conversation around whether both sides were truly aligned. Then came reports that LeBron and teammate Austin Reeves were hesitant about playing alongside Luka. While Reeves' camp quickly denied that, stating he respects and enjoys playing with Luka, LeBron chose not to comment, fueling further speculation. Adding to the uncertainty was LeBron's silence following the Lakers' acquisition of DeAndre Ayton. Known for his frequent engagement online, LeBron made no public remark welcoming Ayton to the team, something that didn't go unnoticed by fans. Tension or strategy? Despite these signals, LeBron was recently seen courtside at a summer league game in Las Vegas, supporting his son Bronny, who's playing for the Lakers squad. LeBron's visible support for Bronny, and a relaxed courtside conversation with general manager Rob Pelinka, sent a different message, one of normalcy, or at least cooperation. Bronny's presence on the team adds a deeply personal reason for LeBron to stay in Los Angeles. After years of expressing his desire to play with his son, the opportunity has finally arrived. If Bronny earns more minutes this season, it could further solidify LeBron's emotional connection to the franchise. A franchise at a crossroads. What's clear is that both LeBron and the Lakers are operating with different timelines in mind. LeBron wants to win now, while the front office is positioning itself for long-term success. For now, there is no indication that a trade or buyout is being discussed internally, but the situation remains fluid. The front office must decide whether it's willing to push harder to give LeBron a true championship window, or stay the course with its future-facing strategy around Luka. What comes next? Unless something shifts dramatically, LeBron is expected to report to training camp with the Lakers. But if this offseason has shown anything, it's that nothing is guaranteed, not even for one of the greatest players the league has ever seen. The coming months will reveal whether this is just an off-season lull or the start of a deeper shift in LeBron's relationship with the only franchise he's ever stayed this long with post-prime. For now, LeBron remains a Laker, but the weight of expectations, competing visions, and the passage of time make this one of the most delicate chapters of his career.